So give yourselves a pat on the back. All right, right now I would like any para, 6th grade teacher, adult staff member, Mrs. Banks up there, please stand. I want you students to realize that these teachers taught 3 different modalities in 1 hour. They taught students on site, they taught hybrid students, and they taught remote students, all in 1 hour, 6 hours a day. They provided you an education during a worldwide pandemic, and I think they kicked booty at it. So I think you need to give your teachers a round of applause. You guys are blessed. You do not know how blessed you are to people do what they did for you here. All right, so remember that. The rest of your lives, you need to remember that. Okay, this is your first awards assembly. I'm going to go over a couple of things. If I call your name, you'll come down. You'll just stand here. Your knees will shake, and you'll look at your beads, and then you'll go up. It'll be very painless, and it'll go fast. But we do recognize some people. I have a few awards to hand out. Now, when we call names, you do not clap until everybody's down. Okay, so that's rule number 1. We'll call names, you'll come down, and then we clap for the whole group. As they go back up, we have to quiet back down. I don't like anybody's name to be missed. Okay? So, if it's not going as expected, I will stop the assembly, and we'll try again. I do not hesitate to call out people who are not doing what they're supposed to. So make sure the assembly goes well, because next year, we're going to have more of these. Next year, you're going to get to stand up there and sit up there with no mask. Are you ready for that? Woo! Me too. And the only reason I don't have mine on is I'm talking and I'm 10 feet away. All right? But when you guys sit there like that, we got to keep them on for 1 more day. Come August, woo! Let's throw them away, right? Let's throw them away. Okay. Call Mr. Clara down because this man is busy and we weren't sure when we were going to be able to get hold of him. But if Mrs. White will come forward. I don't know whether or not you guys know, but sadly, Mr. Clare is going to be leaving us next year. I know. He decided he needed to go ahead and be a head principal somewhere. So congratulations to him. He's going to be the principal of Coffeyville High School. Yeah, good luck Coffeyville, right? But we just wanted to thank him for his 2 years of service with us. Again, being a principal during a pandemic, it was not fun. When you guys see the 6 feet markers all over the hallway, Mr. Clare did that. Our lunchroom procedures, he ran our lunchroom all year. We kept you guys safe, we kept this building clean. Mr. Clare was very instrumental in all that. But Mrs. White's class and Mrs. Brown's class, way from up there, they put together this awesome book for Mr. Clare so he would never forget us here at Dorado Middle School. So we just wanted to thank him and wish him good luck.
All of them wrote in it, they take pictures for you, they told you what they think, they knew you were going to be a principal where you were going, so they all said what they would use, that you would have all kinds of good suggestions for them when you get them. So we're going to do it. You're very welcome.
I see it too. That's really awesome. So thank you guys for doing that. All right, we're going to start with a couple of our recognitions. As 6th grade, this year was a little different. We didn't get to do intramurals, so that was kind of different for you guys. Normally we would recognize kids who participated. Now, as far as scholastic sports go, next year, as 7th graders, you guys will get to start participating in CASHA activities. And CASHA are activities sponsored by the state. That becomes volleyball, cheerleading, cross country, track, football, tennis, soccer, all those different sports. Now, in order to do that next year, you have to be passing 5 of your classes. Okay? So today, you better look at your grades. Summer school will not bring your grades up. The grades you end with today determine whether or not you get to participate in those next year. I know this is not the first time you've heard it. I know that Mr. Lamone and I told you that when we enrolled you for 7th grade, and I know your 6th grade teachers have been telling you. You need to put your mask up. Last time I'm going to tell you, or I'll have you to sit in the office. Okay, thank you. All right, so that being said, the next year, you guys will get recognized for participating in those activities, okay? But we did miss intramurals this year, and it was a bummer, but we made it through. The first group I want to recognize are our K Club members. Our K Club is a student service organization that does different activities and supports different sponsorships throughout the community. So if you want to be involved in doing some community activities, I know that they did sidewalk chalk for teacher. They did different things throughout the school year. I don't know all of their activities because they were done outside of school, which I appreciate. Mrs. Stewart, one of our 7th grade teachers, was in charge of this group. That our 6th grade members, if you will come down and be recognized: Noah Heilman, Uriah Antonia, Erin Joey Dippendahl, Savannah Stein, Phaedra Spiller, and Emily Marshall. If you want to be involved in something like this next year, it's going to be available to any of you guys. Anybody can sign up for K Club, and it's a great way to start giving and getting back into your community. And next year we'll be able to do more activities because we're not going to be in a pandemic. It'll be great. So let's recognize these guys for a job well done. That was perfect. Look at that, first try. They came down with their names and clapped, they went back. Perfect, let's keep going. Okay, the next group we want to recognize is our student council. This year's student council, again, ran a little oddly. The members were picked once we got to school. It's our student leader organization, our school leadership organization. And a lot of kids will say things like, hey, how come we can't wear hats in school? Or, hey, why does school start at 8:30? Or, hey, how do we get this changed? That starts with your student leadership organization. They have officers. There's a president, vice president, and a treasurer, or secretary. They're usually 8th graders, sometimes they're 7th graders, but they meet as a group and they decide on different things that are going on in the school that we want to look at either for change or to support. We also do a lot of things as far as things like canned food drives. Things like Hat Day, we'll donate the money to the Humane Society. I mean, so they're also doing some community support, but most of the things they do support school leadership and activities in school. Spirit Day, did any of you dress up for Beach Day? That was sponsored by Stuco. So we like to do things like that. So it's basically keeping spirit and leadership going in our school. This year we had 6th graders that were listed. Not everyone participated because of the way it had to be before school. Some of you just didn't have rides, didn't have a way to get here, or your buses got here late. But I recognize everybody that was on their list this year. I want to encourage you guys to run for Stuco next year if you want to be part of this leadership group. Let's have Summer Cooper, Peyton Roberts, Daniel Bolin, Audrina Scott, Gretchen Rappel, Emily Stout, Chloe Iverson, Ariana Vance, Cardin Newton, Tamia Morris, Mackenzie Reisvig, Kylan McClure, Aaliyah Nash, Addison Markham, and Charles Ferris, which I believe is Charles moved? Yeah. Okay. All right, these guys were either representatives or alternatives for Stuco this year. I know some of you did do some activities and some of you had a hard time getting there, but this is great representation this year. Next year, if you all want to do it again, it's going to be even different. It's going to be bigger and better. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you guys. Okay, the other thing that we were able to pull off in the middle of a pandemic, and she's not here to thank, but I do want to give a huge shout out to Miss Anna Arpin. She's an 8th grade science teacher, but she sponsored and ran an all-school play during a national pandemic. And I know you guys are getting tired of hearing that, but that is miraculous, that we had a play, an all-school play during the pandemic. You guys had several 6th graders that participated in that. I hope they had a great time, and we do it next year, and again, bigger and better. You know what I mean? Because we're going to be able to do more, and you can sing without those masks on. It's going to be a hallelujah moment, right? This year, to call down Isabella Top, Sophia Crawford, Daniel Bolin, Madeline Olson, E.J. Dickendahl, Chloe Iverson, Sophia Love, Riley Nichols, Addison Pinner, Grace Wise, Brooklyn Kennedy, Ronnie Lucas, Emily Marshall, Presley Nichols, Emily Stout, and Tasha Tudor. These guys put in hours and hours of work after school. All the play work is done after school. So they gave up a lot of time and dedication and their talent to put on Moana, correct? Yeah, was it fun? Would you recommend it? Do the play next year? All right, so if you want to be involved and you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to perform, next year get involved. But these were your 6th grade representatives this year in Moana, our all-school play. Great job, you guys. All right, I don't know whether you all are aware or not, but we had a virtual art show. And surprisingly enough, you guys had quite a few 6th graders participate in this, which is awesome. If you had a chance to go on there and look, we have some talented artists in this school. So next year, keep it up. If you're an artist and didn't get to participate, make sure you're paying attention to those announcements, listening to your art teacher. But we love to look at our fine arts programs and really play into those because kids need fine arts. And I don't know about you guys, but this was a great year. Art was therapy. Sometimes we just needed to sit down and color and draw just to relax. So it's great to see so many kids participating in art. Awards this year, our participants were Emma Villa, Raphael Boyles, Yanuan Solis, Aaron Joy Dickendahl, Paige Castleman, Sophia Palmer, Grace Wise, Natalie Parnell, Connor Scholes. I'll ask you guys to be quiet while I say names. Thank you so much. Isabella Mitchell, William Lechtenberg, and then I have 2 honorable mentions, Matthew Crabtree and Savannah Stein. Mr. Mitchell, I'm going to need you to go up to the office, please. If you can't wear your mask. All right. Is Grace not here? And who's the other one? Isabella Mitchell? She moved. Okay. Isabella? All right, look at all these artists you have in 6th grade. Way to go, guys. Good job. All right, now, I do want to let you guys know that there will be honor, but because you guys are still teachers are still updating grades and taking assignments as of yesterday. Okay, so we will run the honor roll awards. They will be listed in the newspaper, but normally we try to get those out at awards assemblies, but at the end of the year it's hard because we don't have final grades. But we are able to do attendance awards. And I made a joke, I was like, well, how are we gonna have attendance awards? We were trying to go to school during a pandemic. We were taking attendance for Zooming, right? You had to Zoom every hour and get counted for attendance. There's no way we have anybody with attendance awards. I am blown away at how many students had really, really good attendance. So these awards I'm going to read, these are students that had two or less days absent throughout the whole school year. I know, don't you think there's 3 or 4? Wait till you see this. All right, Charles Biggs, Alan Bishop, Daniel Boland, Carter Bromlow, Matthew Crabtree, Lane Eck, Kylie John, Gavin Jones, Colt Larimer, William Lechtenberg, Alex Mitchell, Hunter Payton, Hudson Coe, Mackenzie Ricewig, Brody Root, Union Solis, Maddox Soper, Keegan Stanfield, Emily Stout, Charles Thomas, Michael Thurman, Isabel Todd, Charles Thomas? No Charles? Ironically, Charles is gone on our Day of Attendance Awards. Happens every year. All right, look at this. This many people, 2 or less absences during a national pandemic. And we had to do. This is amazing to me. All right, great job, guys. So next year, it ought to be nothing to be here every day, right? All right, the last 2 awards, and again, blown away. We had 2 with perfect attendance. I know. How many, do I have any teachers with perfect attendance? I wasn't. I mean, this blows me away. Perfect attendance. I don't even know how. It's amazing. But I got Mason McCluggage and Mackenzie Bonder. Come on down. Let's give them a round of applause. That's amazing. All right. Nice job. Nice job for your first assembly. And it's the last day of school. I know that we're going to go back. You guys are going to, your movies. Miss Olson. I know, back. You're going to finish your movies. This afternoon, we're going to have field day. We're going to end the day with a dodgeball tournament. Okay, teachers get a chance to zing in ahead. It's going to be awesome. I'm just kidding. Oh. And I did miss an award, and I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that we pointed this out. We had 2 students that helped out with one of our interrelated classrooms this year. And they went above and beyond, and Mrs. White wanted to recognize them. They were outstanding student aides this year that helped out a lot in one of our classrooms. I'd like to recognize Justice Brown and Zoe Owens. They did an outstanding job. Would you guys agree? Do you love them? Thank you very much. Okay, show of hands. How many of you are going to be in Acacia activity next year, which means one of the sports that we offer? Cheerleading, soccer, football, track, cross country, wrestling, volleyball, basketball. Look at all of them. How many of you want to try out for the school play next year? Okay, how many of you want to be band, orchestra, or choir next year? Good. All right, how many of you want to try K-Club or Stuco next year? All right, guys, students who are involved in school, do better. Join something. Pick one. Students who are involved in school, do better. Your attendance is better, your grades are better, and Mr. Ross, your attitude's better. So, pick one. There's so many ways to get involved. Try them now. Try them in middle school. So when you get to high school, you have an idea of what's going to light your fire. Because if you can light your fire, can be successful. School can be fun. It's the extra activities that make things fun. It's hard to come and have fun in math, English, science, and social studies every day. That's work. That's your job. That's why you're here. But if you can have fun while doing it and enjoy the extra things, it goes way better, Vivian. It goes way better. Yeah, I'm pointing you out if you're talking. So think about what you want to get involved next year. All right? But you guys have been a fantastic 6th grade class. You followed our rules. You guys did a nice job. And I'm very, very proud to be your school counselor. Let's come back and have an even better year. What do you say? You ready? All right. You guys get out there, have a great field day, and I can't wait to see the dodgeball tourney. Everybody sit. I'll dismiss you by seminars, okay? Dismiss by seminars. Let's have West, and let's have Olson. West and Olson, you guys head on out.